Hey everyone, Sheila here from Life with Pets. So it has been a very long time since I have done a live stream, so I thought that I would do one today. I got a lot of questions on the post that we did on our community tab about are we going to stop making videos and stuff like that, because we didn't put one out this week, and so I just thought that I would do a live stream to explain it a little bit more and just spend some time with you guys. So okay, let's see who we've got here. I am on my phone even though I am sat, so let's see. We've got Zayden, Harley says hi, Foxy says hi, oh chat's gone, hang on, Andy says hi. A lot of people say hi. Oh, Half Moon Aquatics, good morning to you. All right, so I've been wondering where you were. Yes, good morning, Dee. Yes, a lot of people have been asking because we didn't put our regular video out this week, and I don't have any plans to do one next week. We aren't going anywhere, so no need to panic. Good morning, Susan. We just need to take a break. We have done videos for the last 2.5 years, and we've done 1 to 2 every week, and we just basically need a bit of a break. It's become, I'm not enjoying it as much as I was, and I just think that it's time to take a bit of a break from it and regroup. I am still sort of working on some videos, so it's not that I'm going to be stopping completely. I have just decided that I need a bit of a break, so I'm just going to take a few weeks, and although I say I'm going to take a few weeks and here I am doing a live stream, but this is very different than actually preparing a video. And I know that those of you that do videos know that they take a long time to do, and I totally respect people that put them out a lot more than we do. I mean, Corey from Aquarium Co-op is one. I do not know how he keeps up that schedule of 2, 3, 4 videos a week, because let me tell you guys, it is an awful lot of work to do that, and I've sort of cut back to 1 a week, and even that is still a lot of work because there is a lot that goes into them. So yeah, so that I'm not going anywhere. We're just taking a little bit of a break. I am still working on videos, so I guess it's not that much of a break, but hey, there we go. So no need to worry, we're not going anywhere. All right, so let me take a look at some of the chat. Have a wonderful break. Your hair is looking so long. Yeah, Dee, it desperately needs cutting. That's why it's so long. It's been a while since I've had it cut, so it desperately needs cutting. So it is on my agenda actually to do that. So let me see if I can add. There we go. All right. So have you gotten your power back on? Yes, we have. This time of year, for those of you that don't know, although obviously my accent is from England, we live in the USA, we live in Florida, and during this time of year we do get a lot of very strong storms, and so our power goes out on a fairly regular basis, although usually not for long extended periods of time. And so we've been experiencing that. And so hopefully we're going to have no more power outages, although September usually is the worst month for storms. We had one yesterday and we started flooding again. Flooding is a regular thing as well. So how large are fully grown apple snails supposed to be? It depends on the variety. If you've got one, like if you go check out Dee from Down the Wormholes video, she has got a huge apple snail, but that is not the ones that you would typically see in the stores. Hers is probably the size of an apple, whereas mystery snails typically will get to golf ball size or just a little bit bigger than golf ball size. So that is typical. Sometimes they get smaller. It basically depends on the food and the water quality and all that good stuff. Oh, it's a Peruvian apple snail. Okay, there you go. So Dee has answered that, from Down the Wormhole has answered that. So how do I stop, oh, hang on, come back. How can I stop my beta from fin biting? Andy, I would first check your water parameters to make sure that it's not water causing them stress. Just check their environment. Is it really heavily planted? And I would do that first. If it's a beta that has really, really long fins, don't get me started on this. This is something that is a big issue for me. There are so many betas out there. Your feather fin, rose tail, double tail. Well, double tail actually is not so bad, but a lot of the ones with very, very excessive finnage, they will very often bite their fins. Okay, it's a half moon. It depending again on the type, because there are different types. Although a half moon generally doesn't have massive fins, sometimes they can. And betas get very, very stressed if they are struggling to swim, and so they will bite at their fins. It's almost like they're giving themselves a haircut so that they can function properly. So, Jordan, thank you very much. I would check your parameters. That's the first and foremost. Usually fin biting is caused by stress. And so if they're very, very stressed, they will usually turn on themselves and bite their fins. So just check that out first and see if that's what's causing it. Like I say, make sure your tank is very heavily planted. Sometimes betas get very stressed out if they're in a much larger, or if they're in a larger tank and then there's not much in the tank. They feel like they can't hide, and so they don't feel very secure. So just check those few things out, and that hopefully will help. All right, let's have a look. I missed so many things. They're all shooting by. All right, let's see. Andy says, love the hair. Thank you. Thank you. All right, my beta is in a 10-gallon tank alone. That's a great size tank. Yeah, we've got, well, we've got our 10-gallon divided, so we have got the 2 in the divided. I understand why you want to take a break, but you will be missed. Thank you very much. I'm only planning on, I haven't done a video this week, and I'm planning on not doing one next week, and then I probably will start back the week after, but I'm just gonna see how it goes, because like I say, I really do want a, oh, excuse me. I just want some time out, So I am sorry that your beta died today. That is so sad. Actually, I think we're gonna lose one this weekend. I think that Theo is our eldest one, and the tumour that he had growing, it's not looking too good right now, and he's not really eating very well, he's not really swimming very well, so I suspect that we probably will have to euthanize one this week, which is very, very sad. It's so weird, a lot of us are wanting a break. Yeah, well, when you've done it for so long, Jordan, you know, eventually, I know that Kasha talked about this in a video probably about a month or so back, that she was sort of having creator's block and that she was struggling as well. And I mean, she's done it for a lot longer than we've done it. We've only been on YouTube about 2.5 years now, so I can totally understand that. I remember when I first started out, it was like, you know, why do people need a break, and what, you know, why can't you keep going? What's the problem? But you know, it is just I don't know, eventually you do get to the point that you just need you need time out, and so that's what we're going to do. How many betas can we keep in a 20-gallon long? If it's males, 1. If it's females, I'm not a fan anymore of female sororities. However, if that's what you're going to do, then I would say 5 to 6 would be a good number. How's my Belfin? Hey Deborah, he is doing just amazing. I'm actually working on a video with him in it. In fact, I was doing a video the other day, working on a video, a follow-up video for all you guys that were asking questions to do with the air pump actually. And so I have been doing a follow-up video on that, the battery powered one. I have been living with an awful lot of noise right now for you guys to do a follow-up on this one, but so many people were asking whether they would work with sponge filters, so I have been running some tests with that, and I'm going to do a video on it. And every time I went near the tank, Belfin just had to be in the shot. You know what he's like, he's a camera hog. How are the baby mystery snails? We've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, and they're doing really, really well. I have actually just added some more to the website if anyone is interested in them. We don't have an awful lot ready to go right now, but we will have a lot coming up, because I do have hundreds and hundreds of them. So can I get more goldfish? I wish I could get more goldfish, but we just can't do a bigger tank right now. And also because of Belfin's swimming issues, I wouldn't want to put him in anything that is too big, just simply because he then struggles swimming. So the 20-gallon long is ideal, but you just can't put any more goldfish in that tank. It would be too much. So how many guppy fish can you put in a 20-gallon? Guppies, at the end of the day, I would start with maybe 3 females to 1 male, or 2 females to 1 male, and in no time the tank will be full. So just make sure that you have got a backup plan, you know, somewhere the babies can go. What's the website? I don't know if any of the mods can put the link to the website on our on here, but it's lifewithpetsgci.com. We have actually added a lot of things to the website, and we now have our shrimp available, although I haven't put any on this weekend, and that's because of the hurricane Hurricane Florence. I was so worried if somebody ordered them that were sort of in that region or beyond that region and the mail had to go through it, then they would maybe get held up. So, but we do update our website every Friday. So if like plants are always sold out, but I do update it every Friday, and I think they've already sold out even though I only updated it yesterday. So but yeah, I think that Sheila, do you sell the zebra snails? No, we don't. I did actually look into doing nerite snails. We do actually have a lot of them right now, but I just found that the different sources I bought from weren't very reliable, and it didn't seem to ship very well. So I didn't really want to put the snails through that, whereas mystery snails, they seem to ship very, very well indeed. So yeah. Okay, let's have a look. 5-gallon minimum size for a betta fish. Yes, I totally agree with that. What other fish do you sell? We don't actually sell any other fish. When we had our bettas, obviously we did our betta fish, but right now live it's just the shrimp and the mystery snails. We will do ram's horn snails if anybody actually emails and asks, but we don't put them, we don't actually put those up on the website because we feed them to our puffer fish. Are you planning on getting an angelfish in the future? No, I'm not really a fan of them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them, but I personally am not a fan of them. We used to have a really, really large group of them many years ago, and they were nice, but they're not for me. All right, Half Moon Aquatic says, have to go, but Sheila, have a great break, you deserve it. Bye everyone, thank you very much. I bought 2 mystery snails from you and they grew so fast, it's crazy. Yeah, it amazes me how quickly they do actually grow. I've got babies right now, and I know that in sort of 4 to 6 weeks they'll be ready to go. They grow so fast. I've also put some extra ones that we're going to be keeping in one of our other tanks, and they have literally grown like crazy. So good water parameters, lots of good food, and they will grow really, really quickly. Can you keep female bettas together? That's quite a loaded question. Yeah, I say yes you can if you're willing to put the work in. You do need a minimum of 5 to 6, minimum tank size 20 gallons, very, very heavily planted. But sort of I've done a lot of research on, excuse me, I've done a lot of research on this recently, and I just find that the common thread that runs through everything I've researched, everything that everybody I've talked to and sort of forums I've been in, and the general consensus seems to be with female bettas, if they live together, then usually their lifespan will be shorter. And I think that that's probably due to the stress that they're being put under with living together. So for me, I did do a sorority, and I mean, it was successful at the time. Would I do it again? No, I don't think I would. I feel that it's not fair to the betta fish to put them in that setting. Now, I think if you're growing out betta fish, so you're breeding them and you're growing them out, then then that's obviously a different story. They've grown up together and that sort of thing. But I think to go out and get them, like I say, I'm not a fan of it anymore. So All right, let's have a look. All right, you guys are wanting me to show you Belfin. Let me see if I can move this without too much issue, because I've got it on a tripod. So let's see if we can move this. Okay. All right, let's turn it round. Here he is. There he is. On cue, hogging the camera as usual. There you go, Deborah. You're very happy now. Enjoy your weekend now. Yeah. He thinks he's going to be fed because he hasn't been fed yet this morning, so he thinks he's going to get fed. Oddball Aquatics. Hey, Life with Pets. Glad I caught one of your live streams. How large of a tank? Oh, hang on. How large of a tank to keep your mystery snail colonies in? We have well, we have all our babies. Let me show you. In here, these are a lot of our babies are in here. They're actually just eating right now, so you can see they create a lot of mess. I am telling you, this tank has to now be cleaned. Deborah, I want to be his godmother. Okay, we can make that happen. Yeah, this tank gets crazy dirty. I have to now clean it 3 times a week, 50% 3 times a week. But this is where all the babies are. I have hundreds of them in that breeder box right there. What's that? When you water change in your snail tanks, how do you keep the babies from being sucked up? I use a mini siphon which doesn't have a massively strong flow on it, so even like the tiny, I don't know whether you can see these like little tiny babies here, they don't even get sucked up either. So that really makes a big difference. Now it does take a long time to clean it because obviously the water flow is a lot slower. I don't know whether you guys can see the where did it go? I don't know whether you can see it, but see the magenta one? There's a magenta there, and then there's a purple there and a purple there. Everybody's been going on about the purples and the magentas. What are the floating plants on top of Belfin's tank? Oh, these are so cute. We actually do sell these on our website. I don't know whether they'll show up, but they're basically just like fake lilies and lotus leaves, and he just loves pushing them around his tank. So, do snails help with brown algae? Yes, Nerite snails definitely, I would say, are a great snail for algae. Personally, I don't think mystery snails are very good for it at all. I mean, they will take the biofilm off your tank, but when it comes to actual algae itself, they're not the best cleaners. So, all right, I'm going to put this back on the table because it's rather awkward holding it. Wow, that's insane how small the babies are. They are so tiny when they are originally born. It is crazy how tiny they are. But within a week, I don't know how many of you saw the photo that I posted. If you'd follow me on Instagram, you'd have seen it. I did a follow through of the growth on the snails, and I didn't take the babies out because I was like newborn, because I was so frightened of them being, oh excuse me, I was so frightened of it being squashed because they're so tiny. So I started from 4 days, and then I did a picture progression of 4 days up to 10 months. And so if you haven't seen that, it is on the community tab, but it's also on our Instagram, and I did post it on Facebook on several pages as well. Who is the picture behind me? I actually drew that. You have to excuse the glare. I actually drew that, and it's my husband. So I do enjoy drawing when I get time, which I haven't done for quite a while now, but all right, let me see what else we've got going on. Yeah, the 10 weeks, no, that was 10 months. 10 months was the final one on that, Andy. It was 10 months old, and that one, although I did put a quarter for size reference, it really does not show how big that one is. That one is absolutely huge, bigger than a golf ball, absolutely enormous. Wow, I see you're an artist. I do enjoy drawing, actually. I've got several on here. Let me see if I can show you them. I think we'll probably end up with a lot of glare, but that's the first one. I did that probably a few years back, and then that one there is probably one of my favorites. Do I know who Solid Gold is? Yes, I know who Jenny is. And then this one here, this one actually is a very sentimental one to me. When we moved to the USA many years ago, this was one of the dogs that we had, and unfortunately she couldn't come with us. We could bring one of them, but we couldn't bring the other one, so this one went to live with a friend. So this picture actually means a great deal to me, and that was one I drew of her not long after we got here. So yeah. All right, let me turn this back around. Okay, what do you feed the baby snails? Is it the same as the adults? Yeah, when they're first born, they are fed sort of just from their egg sac. So for the first few days, they will eat what they've sort of like hatched out of. And then I usually make sure we do soft foods. So I will make up our Rapashi mix, and we put in extra calcium. I have actually just ordered, I've got some of the sample ones here. I have actually just ordered a bulk load of these. I don't know whether they're going to show up very well, but this is basically a spirulina calcium chip, and these are excellent for babies. In fact, they're excellent for any mystery snail because they've got all the calcium in them, and they go crazy for them. So I feed one of those once a week to the babies, and I feed those about 2 to 3 times a week to the adults. Where do I get those? We are actually going to be selling them. They should be coming in next week, and we'll be selling them on our website. So they will be available on the website from next week. So, all right, guys, I am going to finish it up here. No more, oh, I missed the beginning, no more live shows. A break from what exactly, please? Melissa, we've just not been putting videos out, and people have been worried that we're not going to be doing any videos. So I just wanted to clear up that we are still going to be doing videos, but we're just going to take a break for a few weeks. I'm a little burnt out from doing videos, so I'm just going to take a break. That's all it was, nothing to worry about. All right, guys, I am going to end it there. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in a few weeks when our videos get going again. All right, bye, guys.